Hi everyone. This is a very short video on how to use Jambord in order to do some of the choice activities this week. We've not used Jambord before in our class, but I'm going to show you the basics. You go to your Google page and in the waffle, you will find an orange and yellow J for Jambord, and you can click on that. The Jambord that I will share with you should show up. If it does not, I will provide you with a direct link so that you can go straight to it. All right, so I'm going to open up our very first Jambord collaboration. So Jambord is really just a collaborative whiteboard. It is a blank canvas on which we can collaborate and share ideas, images, all kinds of things with each other. So I just want to show you how you can use this to collaborate and leave behind your artwork or images or a timeline if that's what you've chosen to do for Owl Creek Bridge this week. So real easy. Up on the top, this shows you how many blank canvases are in this Jambord. Right now, there's only one. But let's say you want to put a really big picture in here, or you want to create a drawing in here of your own and you want it to be big. You might need your own canvas, in which case you use the arrow key to create a brand new one. So now I have two, but I can still go back to one. If I click on them, I can see them all in kind of a storyboard format, if you will. So I'm going to delete the second one and just focus on the first one. So the top, I have a standard pen annotation icon. You guys have used these before, I'm sure. I can write with the pen, obviously like that. I can make it thicker like a marker. I can highlight, of course, so that I can still see what's underneath, or I can use something that's more like a paintbrush, okay? And I can still see what's underneath there. Now, the second icon is your eraser. It only erases what you have written with the pen or highlighter or paintbrush. It does not erase if you've added images. Now, that takes a long time. If I just want to get rid of it all at once, I just click clear frame, and there it is. Okay, the arrow key, that's your select key. So we'll come back to that one, but if there is something that I need to move in order to fit mine, or I want to move mine because we want to be respectful of our classmates and leave their things where they are, then I can use the arrow. This next one, I just love it. So I'm going to say insert an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, choice, images and timelines on our blank collaborative canvas. Okay, anyway, and I like pink. I'm going to make it pink. That's pretty. And I'm going to click save so it saves it. You can see it's over here, but I still have another one open in case I need to do another. I'm going to cancel because I only needed to do one. Now I can make it bigger. It's real hard for me to read like that. So I can make it big. I can make it medium. I can turn it, right, and pull it down. The little 3 option menu up here basically says I can edit it, duplicate it, delete it. This order one, let's say I want to put a picture with it. That happens to be the next thing on our toolbar. So I want to put a picture of Owl Creek Bridge on my Jambord. Owl Creek Bridge. So I search for a picture, or I can bring one in from my Google Drive, or in fact, if I have taken a picture, a photograph of my own artwork and saved it to my drive, then I can put my own picture in here. So I'm going to put a picture, I like this one, of the bridge itself. And it just takes a minute if you're sucking it in from the internet. If you did a Google search and you're sucking it in, it just takes a moment. So I'll let it think about that. It will pop up in a minute. Now let's say I want to create shapes. So we had our brush and our pen, our eraser, our select tool, our sticky note, our image tool, and now we have our circle tool. This is how I might make a timeline. So for a timeline, I would probably use a rectangle and maybe I already have white. Maybe I'll put it gray in there. Boy, it didn't like that picture, did it? It's taking a long time for that picture. So now I have kind of a line. Doesn't look like a line, it looks like a box, but that's okay. So I have this line. This is my timeline. And now I need to add the events that happen in the story in the order that they happen. So I can use sticky notes, or I can use text boxes. That just happens to be the very next item on the toolbar. So I'm going to add a text box here that says that he is standing on the bridge looking down at driftwood, which I know happens in part 1 of the story. But I discover at a certain point that although it happens in the first part of the story, it's not actually where this story begins. There are other things in our story that actually happened, chronologically speaking, before this event. So I'm going to put it somewhere over here so that I can add a few other things to our timeline. You can add things, for example, those things that happened in a different series, not chronologically, might be flashbacks. So maybe, and I'm going to duplicate this box, maybe I'm going to put those underneath my timeline. And I'm going to put one over here, and it's going to be a flashback. And then I might put a description of what that flashback is. Now, obviously, I need more space. So I probably should have created my own blank canvas by adding a slide, but that's okay. So it doesn't like this image. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to delete that image. I'm going to try a different image. It did not like that one. So I'm going to try this one. And there it goes. Okay, now I want to make my picture smaller. I want to put it up here. Oh gosh, now I can't read what's on my sticky note. So I better send it to the back. Order, send to the back. That brings that in front. And now this one, I can't read I need to bring this one to the front so I can see it. Okay, so here's my text box. I'm going to move it down a little. All right. So this is how I might make my timeline. I can add images, sticky notes. If you have created a piece of art, you can take a picture of it and post it here onto the Jambord. You can make it small, make it big, add it to your own canvas, however you'd like to share it with us. If you're creating a timeline, I highly recommend creating your own blank canvas so that you can fit the events that you want to on your timeline. Now, this last one, this is really just if you're presenting. It is a fake laser pointer to help guide your audience's attention. So really, that is all there is to it. That's pretty much all the options. Of course, there's an undo button and a redo button. Up here, if you'd like to save your work, you can save your frame as an image. You can download the whole thing as a PDF, or you can make a copy. But since this is a collaborative space for our class, I would ask that you please not delete it, remove it, and try to be respectful of your classmates' work. In other words, don't take your Post-it and put it on top of their work. Try to find a space to yourself. And remember that you can resize if you feel like you don't have enough space. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoy the collaboration process. I would love to see some of your artwork. I know that some of you are artists, and I look forward to seeing your timelines and how this story is plotted. Enjoy Jambord. I hope we'll get to use it pretty frequently. Thanks, everyone.